Gaten Matarazzo is one of the most famous 19-year-olds in the world today, and we can credit much of that to the diverse range of artistic talents the Stranger Things star has been exploring recently. Let's take a look at all the pies Gaten has his fingers in while taking a peek behind the screen at how global stardom and millions of dollars have changed his life. First of all, how Gaten got as famous as he is at 19 years old.
Stranger Things was the most viewed show on Netflix in 2022, and Gaten Matarazzo's portrayal of Dustin Henderson has pushed him to a level of global stardom that very few teenagers get to experience.
Granted, very few children are as clear about their goals since childhood as the Gaten, who'd been auditioning for plays since 2011, landing a few television roles over the years, highlighted by an appearance in an episode of The Blacklist. 4 years after his acting debut, true stardom found him a year later when he was cast in a supporting/lead role in the upcoming multi-million-dollar sci-fi project Netflix was designing. Considering how famous the show has gotten and the $250,000 salary Gaten gets for each episode, the streaming company was justified in picking 5 children out of nearly 1,000 applications for the show. The lovable bucktooth, nerdy character of Dustin Henderson made Gaten an automatic fan favorite, and this sentiment only grew over the years as Dustin would turn out to be the most resourceful and creative out of the fantasy group. And yes, we're including the superpowered 11 in this comparison. Stranger Things went on to break multiple records for Netflix viewership during its first season's release in 2016, and renewed for sequels in 2017 and 2019 with the 4th season on its way. Since the first episode dropped online, the show has been nominated for 39 Emmy Awards and has converted those to Emmy wins 6 times. The cast of Season 1 collectively won the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Drama Series. As for Gaten, he got the Shorty Award in 2017 at the same awards function in the Best Actor category. Next up, Gaten's graduation from Netflix in 2022. It was only a matter of time before Gaten moved beyond making Stranger Things the sole focus of his acting career, and with COVID-19 induced lockdown slowing down Netflix production, the American had a chance to venture onto the big screen. Part of the reason Gaten's gotten so famous in the past year or so is because he's the face of 2 of the biggest streaming services in the world, first Netflix and now Paramount Plus with the movie Honor Society. The coming-of-age drama comedy came out in July 2022 and really used the nerdy persona everyone fell in love with. Matarazzo plays a student applying to Harvard who gets caught up in a romance with a competing applicant from his own school, the movie's lead and namesake, Honor. Rotten Tomatoes gave the film a resounding 85%. The New York Times reviewed it to be incredibly sophisticated for a young adult film, while IMDb gave it a rather conservative 6.5. The typical box office number comparisons don't really apply here because the movie dropped on an online streaming platform as opposed to the cinema, but it was the most viewed title on Paramount Plus throughout the first week of its release. For Gaten, it was his first proper movie appearance since he became such a huge star and introduced him to new audiences. Moving on, it's not strange at all that Gaten's a musical talent. There's a reason we see so much more of Gaten in the news compared to the co-stars his own age on Stranger Things. His talents only begin with acting. The 19-year-old has already started his music career and is part of a 7-piece band called Work in Progress, which includes both his siblings and family/friends from his hometown of New Jersey. They were initially a cover band with a passion for rock, punk, and pop, but recently released their own tracks, Waste My Time and Dream Eater, and are mature enough to manage 2 completely different vibes in both songs. The latter is a jammy grunge track, while Waste My Time has that intoxicating pop quality about it, highlighted through melodious and intricate guitar sequences. To be fair, many of the Stranger Things stars seem to be multi-talented. Gaten has teamed up with his co-stars Finn Wolfhard, Caleb McLaughlin, and Noah Schnapp during talk shows to cover songs like My Girl and I Want You Back. Wolfhard is part of his own band called Caparina, while slightly older co-star Joe Keery is famously part of the musical group Post Animal. Matarazzo, however, is a beast on the mic, and fans have gotten glimpses of his vocal brilliance during chance collaborations with industry giants like Paramore. The alt-rock band was on tour 3 years ago, stopping at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where they played a version of Misery Business with the band that left fans and his co-stars stunned. The sentiment was the same in 2017 in Canada when Gaten gave Kelly Clarkson a lift in a golf cart for an event promotion. The two passed the time for a carpool karaoke session including tracks like like We Are Family and We Are the Champions. Let's talk about the early Broadway career that set Gayton off. With all the musical props Gayton is gathering before he even hits 20, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the star started off his acting career on Broadway, often citing musical theater to be the purest form of acting he has encountered yet. New Jersey is only a hop and a skip from America's Center for Theater in New York City, and found himself on stage for the first time in 2011 as Benji in a production of Priscilla of the Desert, an appearance in a showing of Godspell, and then as Gavorchi in Les Miserables. These experiences came for Gayton at a very transformative age and allowed him to acquire skills he was going to end up needing in the huge project Stranger Things turned out to be. Ever since he's been working on the show, and also because of COVID-19, Gayton hasn't been that present on stage, but we feel like Gayton will keep coming back to Broadway over his career if the film/TV shows get too much every now and then. During an interview after blowing up online, Gayton revealed he had a disdain for film and recorded forms of acting, preferring the single-take nature of theater acting. However, experiencing it for himself in 2015 when he was cast in NBC's The Blacklist seemed to help Gayton realize his for film, pushing him ever closer to perhaps the most iconic role he'll ever play in his entire career. Gayton is best known for his role as Dustin on Netflix's Stranger Things. On Broadway, he has appeared in Priscilla of the Desert as Benji, Godspell, and Les Miserables, where he played on tour. On tour, he was also seen in the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. Gayton is also known for his appearance on NBC's The Blacklist. Let's take a look at the young star's love life. Matarazzo knew, as most stars realize almost immediately when they joined the industry, that he was not going to be able to hide his romantic life from the world. Thankfully for Gayton, he doesn't have anything to be ashamed of. In fact, dating the same girl since he was 15 years old has really played into the nerdy, lovable vibe he has going for him. Elizabeth Yu is an actress and theater actor herself and clearly makes Gayton a very happy man. Who can blame him? Lizzie is absolutely brilliant. Yu gained international stardom when she was cast as the voice of Azula in one of the most successful animated shows of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Her performance as the disturbed, traumatized teenage warrior princess deserves all the praise we can give her. Both parts of the couple came from the theater circles of New Jersey, with Lizzie being a year older than Gayton and only a tiny bit taller. Some of her acting performances include Year One and Somewhere in Queens, which premiered in the summer of 2022. Speaking of premieres, it was at the premiere of Stranger Things Season 4 that fans started getting a proper look at the couple together, even though they weren't particularly a secret prior to being seen together on the carpet and in the audience. Additionally, the couple absolutely kills it on the red carpet. It's always amazing to see a young, awkward star grow into a confident red carpet presence in a matter of just a few years. At only 19 years old, Gayton was rocking it with Lizzie at the Tony Awards red carpet this summer in New York City. Gayton looked dashing in a camel brown suit with black lining, perfectly complementing his black bow tie and shirt. The suit was well fit and well carried, making Matarazzo seem like an increasingly casual addition to the movie star fraternity. Yu, on the other hand, was clad in a light pink dress that completely contrasted the energy Gayton was giving off, but still looked gorgeous alongside it. Her gown was low cut to reveal some of her gorgeously tanned skin, and her golden hair cascaded down her shoulder to curl around her chest. Her dress flowed downwards with a slit at the hip that went all the way along its length. Some elegant blue rings and pink lip gloss rounded off the look. Gayton fans from the early days will remember the time when the couple started posting about each other on their social media back in early 2018, and their relationship is chronicled in the anniversary posts Gayton makes every year on the 4th of March for his girlfriend. If they manage to keep their relationship going and keep growing as stars individually, they could be the next big thing in romantic Hollywood. But that's gonna be a wrap for this video, my friends. What do you think is next in line for the Stranger Things star, and how do you think the series is going to end? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on your favorite Hollywood celebrities.